The Flyers didn't actively go out and get David Jiricek from Columbus. They were in the mix. They were interested. I said on the show last week, if it were me, if I were Danny Briere, I would have said, hey, here's my roster. We're going to cross out number 39. You don't even worry about it. Don't even look at it. Number 30, no. I say, here's my roster. Take whoever you want. I don't care. Why would I do that? Because I don't want to part with one of the first round picks. I don't. But I'm also not very high on Tyson Forster. I'm not high on Joel Farabee. I'm not high on Morgan Frost. On the defensive side, like if you want to look at the blue line, Cam York was having a really good start to the year. Do I think Cam York is going to be a top pair defenseman in this league for 10 years? Not necessarily. Risto wasn't going to get the job done. You're not going to move Travis Sanheim. He's not going to take a deal to Columbus. And he has that no movement clause from Chuck Fletcher. There aren't a whole lot of pieces that you could move that have a ton of value. I had questions about why Columbus is moving a massive human being who's as young as he is, who was the 6th overall pick in the 2022 draft. Like, I have questions. I have concerns. It has since come out that they were worried about his skating. And I will point out that, like, some teams really do not like trading within their division. It is no surprise that he got dealt to Minnesota, decidedly not only in their division, not in their conference. Now, some people like to think that that's like some kind of bullshit orange Kool-Aid sipping that media is doing. And some, I think, are kind of going out of their way maybe a little bit to do a little bit too much damage control. I would have traded Tyson Forster or a Joel Farabee along with maybe a Morgan Frost. You could have maybe convinced me to give you a pick or a prospect, maybe one of the young defensemen. Don't know if I'd want to give you Emil Andre. I like what Helge Grans has looked like. Could I maybe have a conversation? Sure. If you think as an organization, this Jiricek guy, we liked him when he came out of the draft. We liked him a lot. In fact, we think that he could still become a top pair defenseman. Well, if that's the case, and especially based on his size, you have a lot of smaller defensemen on this team, the Jamie Drysdales of the world. I would have made a move. That's me. Now, would I have traded a first-round pick and a second-round pick and a prospect? No, I wouldn't have. And ultimately, if that's what the killer here was, if Columbus wanted one of the Edmonton or the Colorado first-round pick, along with pick your poison, pick whichever player that's not Matvei Michkov. If that wasn't what Briere was willing to do, then fine. I don't want you to trade the draft capital. I get that they're probably going to be late first-round picks. They could still be packaged. And on the trade, on the floor at the draft, anything can happen. I would rather have my first-round picks. Now, if you know for a fact that the way that the market for Rasmus Ristolainen is picking up would indicate that you're probably going to get a first-round pick for him, maybe you make a corresponding move. Or maybe you kind of earmark, we're going to be getting a first-round pick for Risto. We don't mind trading the Colorado first because we figure we'll probably end up getting an even better first-round pick back from Risto. And maybe that's part of the calculus. I don't know. I'm not losing sleep over them not getting Jiricek. I was disappointed to see that he went for what he got moved for. But I'm not upset that the Flyers didn't trade a first-round pick as part of compensation. That's where I'm at right there. And on that.